welcome back to 2Death. How's everyone doing today?
Well, I'm good.
Oh, this is, I'm Ashley.
Kevin.
This is Kevin. Sorry, I always forget to introduce. I guess I just assume everyone knows who we are.
Well, of course they do. Who wouldn't know us?
Exactly. We're very famous. We're a big deal.
Yeah, pretty serious.
So, before we start talking about what we're going to talk about today, I have some, I guess, housekeeping.
Okay.
So, I was going to...
Am I fired?
Yes.
Damn it.
Sorry, this is
Already?
awkward. Found a replacement.
That's so brutal.
Ryan Reynolds will be joining me next week. I'm just kidding. I'm totally just kidding. He will not be here. You will be disappointed if you tune in next week. He is not going to be here.
Is it still me?
It's still you.
God damn it.
So I was going to say, because last week I've forgotten to cite my sources I used on my story. So I put them in the show notes of last week's episode. I just want everyone to know that I'm going to be better at saying my sources before my stories from now on. So.
Oh, nice. Do we still have to do that on the YouTube ones too?
I did.
Oh, you did?
I did it on
nice.
all of them, yeah.
Oh, good job.
Yeah. So, I mean, mainly last week's story I got from Murderpedia and 2 videos from YouTube, one of which was Stephanie Harlow and one of which was Annie Elise from 10 to Life. So, but I have those cited now. Also, I was going to say a little tidbit that I learned from last week's episode, like an update. So, last week's episode we talked about... the Ken and Barbie killers, and Karla Homolka had gotten out. She had been released from prison, remember? I think I had said what she was doing up to 2012.
Yeah.
So I was actually on the phone with my mom the other day, and my mom was like, you know what's really weird? I actually looked that lady up to see what was going on. So as of like 2017, so this is the newest update that I've heard of. My mom said that she actually moved back to Canada, changed her name, and got a job at her kid's school.
What?
Yeah.
She's working in a school?
So she was. So these parents that were at the school were sleuthers.
Yeah.
They all found out who she was and petitioned the school board to fire her.
How did they figure it out?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
That's too bad.
I guess
curious.
maybe like she looked familiar because their court case was all over the news.
Right.
So I guess she looked familiar and someone figured out like, oh, okay, this is not her real name. This is actually who this is. And yeah, she ended up getting fired from her position because people figured out who she was.
A murderer?
Not even just a sadistic murderer, but like a rapist and killed her sister and like sick stuff. So yeah, so that happened. So I thought I'd give a little update on that.
Oh, I'm so glad we're not doing face cam. I was just picking my nose.
Or is it fortunate that we aren't doing, I mean, like the people may want to see that. I don't know.
I highly doubt that. I don't know what audience we have, but I'm sure it's not that.
Oh.
I mean, I don't think so, at least. Anyways, moving on.
Probably not. So today, the case I have is so much more lighthearted than last week.
Thank God.
I wanted to find one that didn't have anything to do with murder. It didn't have anything to do with sexual assault.
So much relief.
We can actually laugh about this case. We can crack jokes about this case because it's a ridiculous case. These people suck. And they got
say
caught.
Things without
and they've already been to prison, so it's not alleged anymore.
Gonna like be super offensive.
Yeah,
good.
No. We can be whatever on this one.
Yeah,
and
right.
There's no trigger warnings,
Last one was
nothing.
a little rough.
That's why I picked this one.
It was hard to like say words to that.
Yeah, that's why I found this one. I was like, you know what? I just want a good old-fashioned fraud.
It was a lot of me going, oh no.
I know.
Why?
I know.
It was awful.
Believe me, I hated doing it. Like, I really didn't like researching it. I really didn't love, like, talking about it because it was just really depressing.
For me, it's a little weird, and I can understand how it could come off as kind of the word crass comes to mind, but it's not the right word. This stuff is so insane to me that it doesn't sound real. It sounds like you're telling me a story. So I react to it almost as if I'm hearing like a fictional story.
Right.
It's later. It's usually actually later after these recordings where I'm like, oh my god, these
That
things
really
actually happened to
people,
and where I have a moment to actually like
absorb it.
put myself in their shoes and imagine what it would be like to be in their situation and their final terrifying moments like that, and it's just awful.
Right.
Good God.
I know. Yeah. So if you ever
Ugh.
we're never like making fun of the victims in these stories. We're always just trying to like.
It's almost a self-defense mechanism.
It is. You have to kind of.
Like my grandfather, he was on my dad's side, so he was Jewish, and so coming from him versus others, I guess, has a little bit more significance. But he said to me one time just to always maintain a sense of humor about things, no matter how rough things got. So
That's kind of what we're doing.
yeah,
Yeah.
just like, ha, God, it's awful. Jesus Christ.
It's almost like a nervous laughter. Like, I don't know what to do here, so I'm going to just say something funny.
Enough explaining ourselves.
Right.
We are who we are.
Oh, and also just whatever like medium you're listening to us on, please go like and subscribe.
Oh, yeah, we always forget to say that.
Yeah, like please do rate
helps.
us. It helps. And not only that, like please give us comments. Like,
Oh, yeah, feedback.
Please. Like, does our sound suck? Do you, I don't know,
Should
we
I be
sound
fired?
Weird? Should it just be me? Should there be no Kevin? I'm just kidding.
Kick
He's
me
great.
out. It's fine. These are horrifying stories.
Yeah, but like just give us feedback. 'Cause
I can just set the recordings up.
Right. But we're not we're not professional podcasters.
No.
We're not actors. I'm a nurse.
I write
Kevin's
software.
a software engineer. Like, this is new to us, so please give us feedback. We will appreciate it. Just don't be mean.
That's a glorified term. I scratched some code. But anyways.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So, yeah, give us some feedback. We would love it. So, let's get into this.
All right, let's do it.
This is the GoFundMe Fraudster case. Have you ever heard of this? Because this is recent.
The GoFundMe Fraudster case. No. Recent? No.
Yeah.
I mean, all right, so my first thought is, I'm sure there's been tons of fraud on GoFundMe.
Absolutely. It's set up to be that way,
Yeah,
right?
it has to be.
It's just crowdfunding, so people can say whatever they want to,
yeah.
and it doesn't have to be real.
So it doesn't shock me at all that there's fraud on GoFundMe. So that's my first thought.
I think this is probably one of the first that has been like adjudicated, taken to court, proven, all that stuff.
Gotcha.
Not the only one, I'm sure, but probably one of the only ones. So I got all my information from a really good article from the Philadelphia Inquirer, and then NPR and lawandcrime.com. So,
Nice.
yes. So let's take this story back to the fall of 2017. Before any pandemic, before any craziness, good old 2017. That's actually when we went on our cruise, isn't it? No, we went 2016.
We went 2016.
Oh, this was Harvey. Bad year.
Yeah.
This was Harvey.
That was rough.
Yeah, we live in Houston. Harvey was terrible.
That was a hurricane, by the way.
Oh, well, yeah, sorry. Yeah, there's people from other countries here. I'm sorry.
Or states that don't have hurricanes.
We had Hurricane Harvey hit here in Houston, and I got trapped at the hospital for 5 days, having to work pretty much 24 hours a day for 5 days.
Yes.
I got paid for it all, though.
Yes, that's nice.
And Kevin was stuck at home.
I was by myself. The kids were at my in-laws, Ashley's parents.
Because we didn't know it was going to hit this bad. Like,
Right.
we were like, oh, it'll be fine. It'll just be like a little rainstorm. It's not going to be a big deal.
I did what I
It was
could.
a big deal.
I did what I could to keep the water out, and that was that. And I wound up just putting a lot of electrical equipment up elevated while the water slowly crept up into the carpet, and I played computer games while the lights flickered and the water was slowly coming up, and I was touching my feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just having nervous breakdowns in hospitals, so.
I was playing GoldenEye Source.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was fun.
I did watch Game of Thrones in our discharge lounge because it was like new episodes coming on at that point.
Oh, I didn't watch any. I don't think I watched any new episodes.
Yeah, you may not have. I watched it with like a bunch of my coworkers in the discharge lounge. That was one of the funner parts of that, but the rest of it was not fun. Anywho,
right.
fall of 2017, back on focus.
Okay.
It's a cold night in Philadelphia on Interstate 95. So Kate McClure is our female in this story.
Okay.
She ran out of gas, right?
She's just the one and only female.
She's actually the only female in this case, yeah.
I guess we mostly do couples. I just was thinking, like, she's the only female in the entire story.
Oh, no.
Okay. I know what you mean. She's like the head honcho female.
Yeah.
The evil female.
We'll come to find out her role in this.
Right.
So Kate McClure, she's on Interstate 95 in Philadelphia. She's on the exit ramp and she runs out of gas. She's stranded.
Oh no.
So she's like, oh my gosh, like I'm trying to find gas. And she comes across this homeless man named Johnny Bobbitt. And he...
Oh.
Yeah, so he tells her...
John Bobbitt?
No, not that. No. No, wrong case.
Not that John Bobbitt?
Not that John Bobbitt. Is his name John?
Was it? Because it was, who were those people? Renee? Lenore?
It's so close.
Lorena Bobbitt. And wasn't it John Bobbitt? I thought it was.
It may be.
Or was it Brian Bobbitt?
I'm totally blanking on his name right now, and I couldn't.
We'll do that case.
Yeah.
They both did a crime. One was adultery, which is not a crime.
That case is really more layered than you would think it was.
Is it?
Yeah, I watched
then maybe we should do it.
Maybe.
I don't know anything about it other than the extreme parts, obvious parts.
So I would have to go back and refresh myself, but I watched the Amazon Prime documentary Lorena about her.
Yeah, I've never really. There's a whole thing.
There's a whole documentary series about her, and apparently she was like a very abused woman, and it had been abused.
Oh no.
Yeah. Sorry, our producer is yelling at us for some reason. I don't know.
She's telling us to get back on topic.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Yeah, we'll do the Bobbitt case, or not case. Or was it a case? Well, did they take?
Yeah,
they went to court.
Okay. They went to court. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, so this homeless man named Johnny Bobbitt tells her, you know what? I'm gonna give you my last $20. This is a homeless man giving her his last $20 to go get gas.
Okay.
So she was like, oh my God, I appreciate this. This is amazing. Like, I can't believe you did this. So she snaps a picture with him, gets his name and number and everything, and
her name's
goes home.
McClure?
Kate McClure.
Kate McClure, not like Troy McClure from The Simpsons. Hey, I'm Troy McClure. Phil Hartman. Kate McClure.
Mm-hmm. So
encounters John Bobbitt, the homeless person.
He's a homeless person, and he gives her...
He has $20.
His last $20.
And he gives it to her because she ran out of gas.
Yes.
She actually ran out of gas?
We'll see.
Oh, only reason I ask is I've heard the gas scam so many times. Like, that's such a common thing.
So...
But anyways.
Yeah. So they take a picture together, and she decides to post it on social media.
Okay.
And, she discusses it with her partner, who is Mark D'Amico. They are not married, but they're in a relationship.
Mark D'Amico.
Yes.
Not related to Connie D'Amico.
No.
Okay.
Not the one that Dennis Reynolds lost his virginity to.
Or something, or she did on a trampoline.
That's always
somebody
Sunny
went
reference.
down. Yeah, it is always Sunny reference. You guys will get it, right?
I hope
Come
so.
on. I know you'll get it. Anyways.
So, she posts this on social media saying like, oh, this homeless guy saved me. He gave me his last $20. Like, how nice is this?
Sure.
We're going to start a GoFundMe campaign for him to raise about $400,000 to basically like give him a new life. Like, pay it forward to him.
Much.
That was like a kind of like a far off thing. Like
they
just kind of like set a goal. Yeah. Okay. They were just wanting to help him out because he helped them out. Like gave him his last money, so it's like a pay it forward type of thing.
So if we get like 10% of this, which is like $40,000, like that'll be huge.
Exactly, it's gonna change his life.
Right.
But he did something nice, so they want to do something nice.
That sounds nice. Yeah.
It sounds really nice.
Yeah. I know you already know. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I asked you as if you don't. But I instinctually asked, was the intention pure to begin with? But I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, we're gonna find out.
I suspect not.
So Johnny Bobbitt, we find out, is a ex-Marine.
Okay.
So he
have they met yet?
Who?
McClure and
yeah,
they're already dating.
Yeah, McClure and D'Amico.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, they were together at the time of her running out of gas.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So he's a homeless veteran who we will find out is very addicted to opioids, which is why he's homeless.
D'Amico is a homeless?
I mean, sorry, Johnny Bobbitt. Did I say D'Amico?
Maybe not. I got confused.
Yeah, Johnny Bobbitt.
Johnny Bobbitt is a veteran.
A Marine, yeah.
A Marine.
That
and
is
homeless and addicted to some stuff.
Opioids.
Yes.
Okay. So that's why he's homeless, is because he,
right.
spent all his money on drugs, kind of like chased off everyone he loves.
Yeah.
Was in the throes of addiction.
Sure.
So eventually from this campaign, this GoFundMe campaign, 14,000 unique donors ended up giving $400,000.
Holy moly.
Yeah, so they met their goal. The three, they made national news, super feel-good story. They were all over, like, different programs. They were even on Good Morning America.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. So
sounds good.
It sounds great. So what I'm going to do, I wasn't really sure how to present this story in a way that would be the most interesting. So what I've decided to do, during their court case, so this is already bad, we're going to court. The prosecution compiled all of their text messages to each other.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go step by step and read through their text messages.
Between Mark D'Amico and
Kate McClure.
Kate McClure, okay.
Yes, okay? And this is going to tell our story for us.
Oh, great.
Their text messages.
I'm excited. Nice. I like
so,
this.
We're beginning in 2017, October 16th. Kate McClure, 27, she texted her boyfriend, Mark D'Amico, about Johnny Bobbitt, a homeless man that they had known for at least a month because of their frequent trips to Sugar House Casino. She says, "I don't know why, but that homeless guy by Sugar House keeps popping in my damn head today." D'Amico responds, "Dude, I just thought about him." The exchange continues, basically saying they both wanted to help Bobbitt and provide him with like food, clothes, possibility of a job, all that stuff. So Kate is a New Jersey Transportation Department receptionist. Her yearly earning is about $37,000 in 2016.
Okay, so I'm sure you already said this, but they're in New Jersey.
Yes.
Okay.
And D'Amico is a carpenter who his last listing of income for 2015 was $15,000.
Okay, so
just so you know, like
they're not making a whole lot of money.
They're like middle to lower. I guess depending where you live.
I mean, he's poverty level.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, between the two of them, net, I think that's pretty low income.
Yeah, and they weren't even married, so I don't know if they were like living together or what their situation was.
Yeah.
They're just dating.
It's not a lot of money.
Yeah, no. So that was October 16th. So they're talking about him, and I don't know, their texts kind of seem pure. Like, hey, we kind of want to help him out. Like, wish we could do something for him. November 10th, 5:42. D'Amico takes a photo of Kate and Johnny in front of the Avenue ramp off of I-95. So Kate and Mark, so McClure and D'Amico, used the photo as the face of paying it forward for their GoFundMe campaign.
Okay.
Their initial goal was to raise $10,000. So that was their initial goal.
Okay. That seems more reasonable
Yeah.
than going straight for $400,000.
Yes.
Okay.
So then at 7:25 that same day, McClure texted her best friend admitting that the gas story was a bit of a fabrication.
Okay.
She says, "Okay, so wait, the gas part is completely made up, but the guy isn't? I had to make something up to make people feel bad, so shush about that made up part."
Wait, what?
Her and her best friend are texting back and forth.
Yeah, but why would she have to make somebody feel bad? Why would people have?
I think
They're setting up a con from the get-go.
I think what she's implying to her best friend is they were just trying to help this guy out, but they had to make a story to get him money.
Okay.
So they're not outright admitting that they're scamming yet.
Okay.
They're saying like, hey, we wanted to help this guy out, but we had to make a good story.
So they just wanted to help a homeless guy out.
Yeah.
But this guy didn't actually give him the $20 or...
No.
Okay.
That story was all made up.
Okay.
That never happened. So, November 13th.
I mean, I was kind of wondering because, I mean, I'm not an expert on homelessness, but I'm curious of how many homeless people are walking around with $20.
And who would actually just give their last $20 to someone else when you're not only homeless but addicted to drugs? You're not doing that.
Yeah, I was about to say the food thing is one thing, but like the drug thing, come on, you're not giving away your drug money.
No, not gonna happen.
I was like, sucks to be you, lady. Go get your boyfriend to help you or whatever, right? Like,
yeah, it wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah.
No.
Where's Mark at?
Right? I mean, we had cell phones in 2017.
Exactly. This isn't like 1982.
No. So November 13th. McClure and D'Amico text each other about McClure's mother being very suspicious about the gas story, which they finally admit to her mom is not true. DeMarco describes it as just a little lie.
Okay.
November 15th, the Burlington County Times published a story about the GoFundMe drive. McClure's best friend texts her, "This gas story is going to backfire. LMFAO. The friends tell McClure that Bobbitt would be interviewed about the incident, but you need to tell him first. Make sure he knows." So basically they're saying, like, we need to, like, make sure this homeless guy, Johnny, knows what the story is.
Oh, right, yeah.
Knows that he needs to play in because he's going to get interviewed, and we need him to, like, participate here.
Yeah, it needs to be a cohesive story.
Right.
Right.
So they're talking about that. Later that evening, McClure and D'Amico meet Bobbitt in Philadelphia, near where Bobbitt was living. They record a video of Bobbitt's reaction to the newspaper story. Bobbitt says the money would change his life. So McClure publishes that video on YouTube, and it goes viral.
Okay.
So now we're skipping to November 24th, which is Thanksgiving. That fund had raised more than $300,000 from 11,000 donors.
God damn.
So much money. Way more than they had ever set forth to...
That's how you raise money. You need a story.
Yes. But not a story that's false.
Well, right. Yeah, I know.
Yes. But I mean, people like a good story. If you're going to give your money, you want to give it to something that's like worthwhile. It makes you feel good. You know?
Yeah.
It just sucks that these people...
So I need to make people feel bad for me.
Yeah.
And then they'll give me money.
Yes.
Excellent.
Just make a sob story.
Right.
November 26th, Bobbitt and McClure appear on Good Morning America. They're big time now because, you know, you only appear on Good Morning America when you're big.
Yeah.
So December 4th, McClure purchases a trailer for Bobbitt with $18,350 from the funds.
Okay,
like GoFundMe.
Like a trailer like to live in.
Okay. Yeah. But titles the trailer in her name.
Okay.
Bobbitt moves into that trailer, which is parked at their house. KN.
I was wondering, it's like
Mark.
a trailer park or? But no, it's like right outside their house.
I guess right outside their house. Yeah.
They must have some property then. Like,
they must.
Not living in the suburbs.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we did have a neighbor that was living in a trailer home in front of their house in our residential neighborhood.
That was true.
That happened for a very long time.
Yeah, they got away with it for a while.
Oh, they got away with it until the HOA told us it was our trailer.
I know.
And we needed to move it.
They said it was our trailer. Like, it was so clearly not in front of our house.
It was absurd.
Oh, come on, HOA, get it together.
Come on.
They haven't bothered us since. I think that embarrassed them.
It probably did because we had to call and be like, yeah, this is not our house.
Right.
So, yeah, talk to our neighbors about that, please. And then they were gone too much longer.
They weren't there much longer.
No.
I think they thought that we called the HOA on them.
No, don't you remember what
No.
happened? You went next door and told them, hey, we got a letter from the HOA about your trailer.
Uh-huh.
So you might be getting a letter about this, just giving you a heads up.
Yeah.
You gave them a heads up.
Right, but they might think that, like, we were actually doing it, though.
I don't know.
I don't know. We probably not. I'm sure.
Probably not.
That was weird that one time they came up. They're like, hey, if you see anybody over here, let us know.
Oh, yeah, that was weird.
I was like, all right.
That was a weird house, guys.
Yeah, it was a weird house.
It was a
and they
weird
were loud.
house.
Their dogs were out barking all the time.
Oh, my God.
God
They
damn.
just left their pit bulls out in the backyard with nothing to do. No
Two
socialization.
One more than the other. Super loud and aggressive.
Because they were bored out of their minds.
I don't think they ever went walking.
They never walked them. They never were inside. Always outside. Take care of your animals,
Take
people.
care of your animals.
Please.
Where's our spoiled brat?
On the couch.
Okay.
I'm sure he's not around here.
He gets
so.
like at least 2 miles a day of walking.
Yeah, and lots of playing.
Stair game. Up and down and up and down and up and down. Anyways.
Let's see. So where were... Okay, they were on Good Morning America.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So she bought the trailer for him on their property. So late November, early December, McClure and D'Amico pay off all their family debts.
Wow. With the money that's supposed to be spent on.
Yes. $900 to a member of McClure's family and $8,900 to members of D'Amico's family.
Okay. That's
The
actually not that bad.
The combined total of $9,800 is near the original $10,000 GoFundMe goal.
I mean, I'm not saying it's like good to take money from a fraud charity, but I guess let me clarify my not bad statement. I meant not that bad as far as debt goes.
Yeah, it wasn't like they were using the full amount.
Well, yeah, it wasn't they had like $80,000 in credit card debt.
Right. And this was just to their family. It didn't even
And
go
one of
to
them only
them.
had like $900. That's not that bad at all. Mm-mm. They didn't really need that money.
Yeah, and like I'm saying, this is to their family. This isn't even them.
Oh, it's not even their own.
No.
Okay, I see.
So December 8th, their fund passes $400,000, and no more donations are accepted.
Good Lord.
I guess GoFundMe kind of capped it at that. It was like, all
Yeah.
right, that's enough.
Yeah, goal achieved.
Right. So December 9th, McClure and D'Amico have conversations with a literary agent about a book and a movie deal.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Isn't that crazy? They're like, let's make a deal here.
Let's make a movie about this.
Let's make some more money, capitalize off this.
Yeah, the American way.
Exactly. So December 12th, McClure receives the last 2 net payouts from GoFundMe, which total $367,108. So they took, GoFundMe takes a percentage of your money.
Yeah.
That's what they got as a payout.
Sounds like about 10%.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So Bobbitt opens a bank account with a $25,000 deposit from McClure's primary bank account. So they give Bobbitt $25,000 of his money.
Okay.
Okay. A total of $31,622 is deposited in this account through March 2018. So altogether, that's how much he was given from his money.
So Bobbitt got 25 grand.
$31,622
okay.
altogether.
Right. Okay.
So Bobbitt makes cash withdrawals of $23,000 within approximately 3 months.
Right. Thinking that he's getting the whole thing, right?
Yeah, he was promised that they were going to give it to him slowly.
Right. So he's making withdrawals thinking that he's got way more coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So now we're going to head forward to 2018. So February 21st, McClure purchases a 2015 BMW for $24,000.
Okay.
So she's starting to splurge on herself.
Yeah. Got the greed bug.
Yes. March 9th, McClure texts D'Amico, I can't believe we have less than $10,000 left. I'm so upset now. D'Amico tells McClure not to worry, referring to eventually receiving money from the book deal. Think about how little time it took them to spend that money.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. And we'll get to where they spent the rest of that money in
The
a little
Brewster's
bit.
Millions? It's a. I learned it from Family Guy. I forget the Family Guy joke, but it involved Lois's dad, who's like a multi-millionaire or whatever. And there was basically a bet to see who could spend all their family fortune the quickest. Apparently, it's a movie.
Interesting.
And or like some old movie or something, and the idea is to see like you have like a day to spend all of your whole fortune. How are you doing it, basically?
Huh.
Yeah.
Good God, I just can't imagine. Like, what are you?
Was that movie Blank Check?
Oh yes. Didn't that have Macaulay Culkin in it?
No, I don't know if it was
Or was it
him.
a different kid?
I think it was a Macaulay Culkin-esque kid.
I loved that movie when I was little.
I
Remember
did too.
He like had that mansion, all those cool toys. And
Well,
like...
that was the one where it was like, I'm Mr. Macintosh, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
From
Yeah.
the computer.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
He had a slide. He had the slide from his room, like it goes outside and like back into his house.
That's a movie the kids need to watch. We were talking about funny 90s movies today that they need to watch. That's one.
Yeah.
Blank Check.
I kept thinking of Alien, but it's probably not good for an 8-year-old.
No. She would not be happy with that choice of movie.
Yeah. All right. They're spending money fast.
They are blowing it. March 19th, 2018. During a lengthy text exchange, D'Amico asked McClure whether they should cancel the warranty on the BMW because we're going to need all the money we can get for now. McClure texts D'Amico, all you need to do is start working at your real job. Once you do that, we'll be fine. D'Amico acknowledges not doing any home improvement work since November. So she's like, basically like, dude, you need to start working again. Like,
Yeah.
Then we'll be all right.
Right.
April 13th.
Getting comfy with that money.
Right. April 13th.
Doesn't take long.
It doesn't. It does not take long to spend money.
And get comfy to it. Look
Right.
how these people, they were making net less than $50,000 a year, roughly. And now they're like, dude's like, I don't need to work. We got BMWs. Like, look how quick they turned.
Yeah, it doesn't take long.
Yeah.
That greed pops in.
Gets you. Gotta watch that.
I know. April 13th, the Enquirer and Daily News report that Bobbitt is still struggling with an addiction to opioids. And in his second recent stint in rehab, he's jobless, and a truck he bought with money from the fund is idle and in need of repair.
Right.
So basically, they catch wind that this guy is not doing well.
Not doing good.
He's not. He didn't use this. Like, something's not going right with this guy. He's in rehab again. Like, the truck he did have is broken.
You can't just money bomb people. Like, they don't know what to do with it. Especially if they're in like a bad way, right? Like, give somebody who's an addict like that much money, where their only barrier from having all the whatever they want is money.
Yeah.
Like, give them all that, they're like, oh my god, I'm gonna have a cocaine party.
They're gonna kill themselves.
I'm gonna have a $10 million cocaine party.
Right.
Like Chappelle's show.
Yeah. Not wise to do that to someone who's addicted.
Yeah. I mean, that's what was happening with like all these like super rich sports people. Mm-hmm. Like, they get so much money so quick, and they like literally have no idea what to do with it.
Yeah.
Not saying they were spending on drugs or anything, but like high end.
No, they just blow. I mean, same with like lottery winners. You see
Oh,
people
yeah,
win
yeah,
the
yeah.
lottery all the
Exactly.
time. They usually. Well, I mean, not to mention that everyone and their mom comes and it's like, "Hey, I think you're my cousin."
Yeah.
Right? Like, hey, help me out. You know, childhood friends you forgot you had. Like.
Yeah. Hey,
No.
buddy, old pal.
Right. No.
Hey, it's your favorite aunt. I hated you.
Right. Did we even ever talk?
Right.
You find out not even your aunt.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah.
So August 10th.
Money's hard.
Well,
Money's hard to get, and then it's hard to keep if you don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
It's all difficult.
Well, people think it's like it'll never end.
Yeah.
Like it's never gonna run out because they feel like it's such a big amount. But like
a big bag of Jolly Ranchers.
stuff adds up very quickly.
There's a bottom to that bag of Jolly Ranchers.
There is. It'll
It
come
might seem
one day.
endless when you first get that giant bag, but it can be empty real quick.
Yes, it can.
Is it obvious that I want a Jolly Rancher?
Yeah, it is a little bit.
I can't talk with those about.
August 10th, Bobbitt tells D'Amico on Facebook Messenger, "We should really talk about things. There has been a lot of people asking questions and I really don't know what to say. We, meaning Bobbitt and his brother, really should get out of here before things go public. So he's basically saying that Johnny's telling Kate, hey, like, I think he's basically telling her, people are getting suspicious, and it's making me nervous.
Right.
So he's like, we need to kind of get out. Oh, sorry. Yeah. August 15th through the 23rd, numerous electronic messages are exchanged between McClure, D'Amico, and Bobbitt. They discuss a reporter questioning the GoFundMe campaign since Bobbitt started panhandling again. So he's out there panhandling again, and a reporter notices it.
Right.
McClure messages others about her anxiety over the situation and her plans with D'Amico to get Bobbitt out of the Philadelphia area. So they want this dude out.
Yeah.
They want him gone. Glad they didn't murder him.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
It was like, this could have been really bad here.
This could have went to a different kind of book deal.
Yes.
Different kind of movie.
Different kind of story.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad it didn't go down that way, but it would sure have been interesting.
August 23rd, the Enquirer and Daily News report that Bobless is homeless again and cut off from the fund. McClure and D'Amico say they've spent or given him more than half of the money. Bobbitt says he fears that the couple squandered much of the money on things such as BMWs, vacations to California, Florida, and Nevada. Nevada.
I'm kidding. It was a comedy sketch I listened.
Oh.
It was Game Grumps.
Oh.
Nevada versus Nevada. Where it's true. It's like the Sierra Nevada. That is the actual pronunciation of the word. But apparently, people like natives of the state, they prefer to say Nevada.
Nevada.
You can see how that would be. Like people just don't like to pronounce things the way that are.
Kind of like I think
Tejas in Texas, right?
Who says Tejas?
Oh, exactly. Who says Nevada, right?
I guess I could see that.
But yeah, I mean, no one else says Tejas.
It's kind of like I learned how to say Appalachian.
Appalachian?
It's not Appalachian.
Really? Oh, they actually say Appalachian?
Appalachian is how they want you to say it. That's how locals say it.
Interesting.
They're Appalachia.
Really?
That's how you're supposed to say it. They're Appalachia.
They're Appalachia? Like I'm going to throw an Appalachia?
Appalachia. Yep. That's how you say it.
No idea.
I learned that from a podcast I listened to. I can't remember which one now, but I remember them teaching everyone how to say it.
See, we're learning things.
See? Like, so now you know how to say Appalachian if you ever need to.
Right. And it's Nevada.
In Nevada. Yes. Okay. So.
It does sound better. Nevada sounds a little Frasier-y.
It does.
Nevada. Right. I could see why they.
It reminds me of like Navarro.
Oh.
Like Dave Navarro.
Sure.
That's what that name sounds like to me.
Agreed. I believe it is like Spanish in nature. Like the whole like Sierra Nevada.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I think so.
So August 27th, McClure and D'Amico are interviewed by Megyn Kelly.
She was wrong about where Grand Blanc was.
Huh?
Or Grand Rapids was. I was wrong about that.
Oh, yeah.
Grand Rapids, way off.
Yes, for sure.
All right, so who's interviewed by Megyn Kelly, like the Fox News lady?
Yeah, Kate Mark, McClure and D'Amico.
Okay.
They're interviewed by Megyn Kelly. So D'Amico says, well over $150,000 was still available for Bobbitt, but the couple would not give him that money directly because of his drug use. Okay. Which makes sense if that was the true story, right?
It would make sense if it was the true story.
If it was, like, okay, we're not going to give this dude $150,000 so he can kill himself with drugs.
It's a very believable lie.
Very. Which I watched like a little tidbit of that interview, and I just couldn't get through it because I already knew the whole story. Right. So it makes me really cringe when I know people are lying, and then like I'm watching them. I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. So I had to quit watching it.
Exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
I exactly what you mean.
It made me like kind of sick to my stomach. I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that.
You feel embarrassed for them.
Yeah, you're like, oh, this is cringy.
No.
So I didn't finish that interview.
I get it.
So August 28th, a law firm representing Bobbitt pro bono. So this law firm says they'll represent him for no charge.
Sure.
Okay. They go to court in Burlington County.
Pronounced pro bono.
Shut it up. It is pro bono. Bono would be offended.
He's pro bono.
Is he?
I'm pretty sure Bono is pro bono.
Guess we'll have to ask him. So his attorney takes it to court, where they file against McClure and D'Amico seeking an injunction and monetary relief. So he's like trying to sue them for his money.
Yeah, right.
So August 30th, a Superior Court judge, Paula T. Dow, gives McClure and D'Amico 24 hours to transfer the money into an escrow account.
That is allegedly still existing.
Yes.
Like the judge doesn't even question that it's actually
Because that's
gone.
what they said.
They said
it on record,
Yep.
that it was still there, so they want to start an escrow account for
People
him.
are always honest.
Always.
I'd be like, yo, show me a bank statement.
Well, that's what's about to happen.
Okay.
So the judge wants them to transfer this money into an escrow account, and they said they have 10 days. She says you have 10 days to hire a forensic accountant to review the financial record.
A forensic accountant.
Yeah.
They really get in there.
Exactly, to review financial records. Well,
That almost sounds exciting, even though you know it's the most boring job in the world.
So, okay, I think it may be a little boring, but good God, can you imagine, like, it's going to be boring until it's really not boring.
Exactly.
Like, you're wading
you
through
seen-
paperwork and stuff, and then, holy crap.
The movie Soul. That one with, like, the John Oliver-esque British accent. He's a little, very, like, Cockney accent. The spirit guy, or like
yeah.
and the one who's like I know you don't belong here, and the one who like has to go through like a billion files.
Yes, and he finally
finds it, and he's like, I knew it, I knew it.
Yep.
And how awesome would that feel?
Yeah, that's how all those people feel.
Mhm.
Like, oh, like I'm vindicated. I did it. I
Right.
found the error.
Yep.
Found where they were embezzling millions and hiding it under this name, or
Yep.
like
Did it.
money laundering, all that stuff. So
Puzzle solving is fun.
yeah, so the deadline passes without any funds being transferred.
Right, of course.
So August 31st, in a television interview, Bobbitt says, "I wish it didn't come to this," and calls D'Amico a self-described gambling addict.
Okay, so Bobbitt calls D'Amico
a gambling addict.
a gambling addict. Okay.
Yes. So
Mark D'Amico.
Yes, Mark D'Amico.
Right.
So September 2nd, McClure records a conversation with D'Amico in which she said she feels as if she is going to take the fall because her name was on everything and is concerned about going to jail. Because she put her name on like the trailer, the car, all that stuff.
Right.
D'Amico replies, "You won't go to jail for lying on TV." Oh, but you were wrong. Aren't they so wrong?
I don't know, yeah.
You can't go to jail for lying on TV, but you can go to jail for defrauding people.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. The conversation turns to the expenditures they've made. D'Amico says 20,000 BMW, 5,000 Disney, 10,000 in bags. We both went to
How
Vegas,
much
right?
at Disney?
5,000.
5,000, okay.
We both went to Vegas, right? Huh? How much did you spend in Cali? 2,500? Probably broke even on the one getting even on that one getting 3,700. So just right there is 40,000. Now you want to talk about everything else? Like you act like you didn't spend $1. So basically they're fighting now.
Yeah. They both went spend crazy. They both were doing what they were both doing the same thing, and now they're pointing fingers.
Now they're pointing fingers because neither of them want to go down now.
Right.
I think they're beginning to realize this is all unraveling.
Yeah, which is also, for the most part, a common theme here, eventually.
It really
is.
is.
Although one of them, that guy was like, nah, I did everything.
Well, he did for a while.
Until
he found out that she was like pointing fingers at him, and then he was like, "All right, guys, this is what actually happened."
Yeah. Which one was that?
That was
that
Starkweather and Fugate.
That was Stark.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was. Yeah. This never works out.
Yeah.
They all start blaming each other at some point.
Of course.
Start pointing fingers when it all starts getting real. So September 4th, Chris Fallon, a lawyer for Bobbitt, says he learned the money is missing during a conference call with lawyers for McClure and D'Amico. So that money that they were supposed to have that was left for him is gone.
Right.
No one can find it.
Of course.
because it doesn't exist anymore. September 2nd, I just totally...
Yeah.
September 6th, the Burlington County Prosecutor's Office obtains and executes a search warrant at the home shared by McClure and D'Amico in Florence Township. Hours later, GoFundMe announces it will pay Bobbitt any money he did not receive from the original $400,000. So GoFundMe's like, man, we'll give you your money, which I think pretty cool for GoFundMe.
That is amazing.
Yeah, like I can't believe they said they were gonna do that.
Well, yeah, some PR though. There's a lot of PR built around this case, so
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
They were like, it's not his fault. This was supposed to be for him. But
Yeah.
he kind of had a little bit more
Right.
to do in it than they think. September 18th, at a court appearance for minor traffic offenses, D'Amico says he looks forward to explaining what happened to the money, saying it would become crystal clear how the funds were spent. Oh my. November 15th, Bobbitt, McClure, and D'Amico are arrested. All three of them.
Oh wow.
And charged with second-degree theft by deception and second-degree conspiracy to commit theft by deception. The entire campaign was predicated on a lie, says prosecutor Scott A. Kofina.
All right.
That's a cool name.
It is.
So, now I'm going to tell you everything they spent money on. I'm going to tell you exactly where their money went.
Okay, great.
So, here we go.
Let's do it.
2015. BMW, we've talked about already, $24,000. Trip to Las Vegas, including a Grand Canyon.
Grand Cran.
Why did I want to say crayon?
I don't know.
That would be cool, though.
Yeah.
A Grand Canyon helicopter tour.
Nice.
So they did it big in Vegas. Even got a helicopter tour. They did a trip to Disneyland in California.
Okay, nice.
Trip to Disney World in Florida.
They did them both.
Several trips to New York City. 12 designer handbags with labels from Louis Vuitton, Coach, Michael Kors, and Vera Bradley.
That's such a waste of money.
So much so.
For bags?
Yes. They valued all of them collectively at about $11,000.
For bags?
For bags.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is crazy, y'all.
I know. And then they bought cryptocurrency for about $12,752.
Well,
Too bad cryptocurrency is not doing well right now.
I have no idea what's going on with that.
I've heard it's not.
I put my money in a 401k.
And high yield savings.
Don't tell all of our secrets.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, that's what you should do.
So they had extensive casino play.
We should do a finance podcast, even though we have no experience.
You should do a finance podcast.
No.
I am barely learning.
I will get sued up the ass.
They'd be like, he told me to do this.
Right, exactly.
Can you imagine? So the search of McClure and D'Amico's residence yielded casino cash-out slips from Area Casino in Las Vegas.
Oh my God, they gambled it all away.
Along with chips from Live Casino in Maryland and Bally's Park Place in Atlantic City. Investigators also found player cards in McClure's and D'Amico's names from Parks Sugar House, Caesars Bellagio in Las Vegas, Bortaga, and Tropicana. Cash withdrawals of $83,363 at or in the immediate vicinity of casinos in Atlantic City, Ben Salem, Philadelphia, and Las Vegas.
Wow.
They just balled it up for like 2 months. Is what they did. They just went everywhere they could.
High society living.
Casinos, all of it. They were living like big spenders.
Mm-hmm. So much in bags.
Yes, I know. So March 6th, Johnny Bobbitt pleads guilty in a U.S. District Court in Camden to charges of conspiracy to commit money laundering. McClure pleads guilty to wire fraud.
Damn.
Yes. So, oh my God, I can't believe these people didn't think they were going to get caught. They had to have known they were going to get caught, right? Like,
it sounds like just stupid confidence to me. They just think everyone else is a moron. Like, they ain't gonna catch me.
Like, how did they think they were going to appease this guy that was supposed to be getting this money by only giving him, like, cents when he knew how much he was supposed to be getting? I mean, he got more than cents. He got, like, you know, like $30-something thousand. But still, if you know you have $400,000 coming to you.
Yeah, I mean, they gave him, what, like 7 to 8% of what they got?
Yeah.
Well, no, because they didn't get the full 400,000. So, yeah, they gave him, like, roughly, like, 10%
That's like...
of what was promised.
They should have known he's not gonna be okay with this forever.
And listen, I'm about to say this. I understand this isn't the point, but it sounds like if they would have gotten the whole thing, he probably would have he bought so much drugs he would have killed himself.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Or who knows? Or I don't know. Or maybe he would have bought himself a house and said like, "Hey, I'm good now." Probably not.
He really needed to have someone to say, "Okay, you have this money. Let's go to rehab."
Yeah.
Then we're gonna like a
life coach.
Or what did Britney have?
Britney Spears?
Yeah, what did Britney Spears have? A conservatorship.
Oh, I see.
Even though hers ended up being bad.
But doesn't it have to? I guess it doesn't have to be. Like, does this person have any family that cares about this person?
I don't know.
That would be willing to do that?
I didn't search too much into it.
Yeah, you need some kind of like.
But you can get like a court-appointed conservator, even though I did hear those people are kind of like shady.
Yeah, I don't know.
I actually like watched this story where there were like conservators going into nursing homes, just taking control of people's estates without them knowing and stuff,
right,
which is terrible. But like, it's too bad he couldn't have like a cousin or like a sister or someone that would have like taken conservatorship over him and been like, all right, you have this money.
Sisters suck too. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Yes, but it's too bad he couldn't have had someone that cared about him to be like, go to rehab, and you'll have enough money to get a house, to get like your life together. It's
sad to say, but I think like if that was the case, he probably wouldn't have been. It would have been much less likely he would have been in the situation to even begin with.
Yeah, that's true.
So you gotta roll with the cards you got.
Yeah, and we do have pictures of these people.
Oh right.
We can kind of put them up if you guys want to see them. Just if you're curious, I always like to.
We can do that. I think. I have to figure out how to do the technology. We're just talking like a programmer. Okay. So what do we got here? What are we looking at? This is
obviously Kate
McClure. I'm going to assume that this is Bobbitt.
Yes, that's Johnny Bobbitt.
I'm just because homeless beard.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And
this is
Mark D'Amico.
Clearly D'Amico.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
These are those.
This is like around New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, so
that was the picture.
All right. So this is like this is the one that did it.
Yes, this is the picture.
What you so mad about, dude?
I know, he's so serious. Why so serious?
Why so serious? Yeah. Oh, I don't have my cursor pointer on right now, but you can imagine what I'm doing there. I'm doing circles around the people I'm talking about. Interesting. Okay.
And then I think that is their mugshots.
That looks like that, yeah.
So, dang, we're not happy there.
Yeah.
So, this actually...
So from, what was this
to
this to that.
Oh, no.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, man.
Yeah. So, they actually... Okay, so let's talk about their, like, what each of them got. Oh, wow. There we go. Back to normal.
I can Photoshop.
So on August 5th, 2022, so this was like not that long ago, just August, D'Amico was sentenced to 5 years in state prison.
Yeah.
And in April 2022, he was sentenced. 5 years. And that was in state prison.
That's like worse than like some like rapists and shit get. Like,
look, yes, you're right. I mean, I believe that he deserves it, but yeah, some people get off way less for way more.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I feel like these sentences are like so arbitrary.
Well, because it's state by state and judge by judge.
Right.
That's why. So in April 2022, sorry, he was also sentenced to 27 months in federal prison.
Okay.
So he is going to serve those. So state and federal, he's going to serve those concurrently. So like together.
Parallel? So it's going to like not have to. He won't be. How to explain this?
Like, I think
one after the other?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So he and McClure were ordered by the federal judge to make full restitution to GoFundMe. So they have to pay everything back. So
good luck
they'll
with
be
that.
paying that for a long time.
Yeah, yeah. That's
It'll be like wage garnishments.
forever,
and,
yeah.
Yeah, tax returns, all that shit.
Oh, so GoFundMe's like, we're getting our money back.
Hell yeah, they are.
It'll take us 50 years, but we'll get our money back.
We'll get it.
Yeah.
Kate McClure was sentenced on January 6, 2023, last month.
Oh, wow.
So, like I said, this is brand
Yeah,
new.
wow, okay.
Yeah, so she was sentenced last month to 3 years in state prison for her role in the scheme and 1 year in federal prison, which I don't know why she got less time than him.
Sexist.
I think I don't know, they must have, like, in some way figured he was, like,
He was the one
ringleader.
inciting the
Yeah.
the foul spending.
Or she just had a better lawyer. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
So Johnny Bobbitt, like I talked about, he pled guilty to what he did.
So what was, I mean, how much are you gonna like charge a homeless guy for being like, I need money?
Yeah.
Come
I
on.
think just because he was complicit in them doing it, like he knew what they were doing and he was kind of in on it and didn't tell anybody.
I feel come on.
Well, he was admitted to an addiction recovery program as an alternative to prison.
That's
good.
Yeah.
The judge was like, nah, we're just going to send you to rehab. But he also must pay $25,000 back, which is what they estimated that he got.
Right.
So, yeah, they ain't never going to get that money back probably.
No,
unless he
probably
turns
not.
his life around.
Which would be
at some
good.
point. I hope he does. I really do, because, I mean, it sounds like he like had it together at some point to be a Marine, you know? I'm sure there was probably some PTSD
I feel that's
and
probably
some
the
underlining issues.
For a lot of these
He
people.
may have got hurt, ended up on,
painkillers
narcotics,
and,
and it just,
took control.
which it does easily
of
for
course.
some people.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. So that was that story. See, not so bad. Just lots of fraud.
Yeah, no one was getting raped or murdered. It was,
Nope.
Just
some good old fashioned fraud.
Yeah, I feel bad for the homeless guy though.
I feel bad for him too.
I feel he just kind of get swept up into something that, again.
And he
how
was
you gonna
probably under the influence this whole time.
Oh, I mean, I wasn't
really
thinking about
care.
that. Probably that too, but
I mean, so his decision making was probably not even close to, like sufficient. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
you know, like
get
when
it,
you're like on drugs all the time, you're like, I don't know, let's just do whatever, I guess.
I suppose, but like even without that, just being in a situation of desperation where you really need the help. Your whole life is at this point about others helping you out.
Yeah.
How are you gonna say no? How are you gonna say no to any of that?
Right.
It's such a difficult situation. Oh, you're gonna make me a ton of money? Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Like, I literally don't know where my next meal is coming from, but no, I'm not gonna take your offer up. Jersey Shore looking people who look like you can make any money.
right. Yeah, it does kind of suck that he got charged in that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of wondering why they did that. Why, like, the state decided to go after him, too.
I find that strange. I mean, I think it's good that he wound up getting help. He sounds like he needed through that.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't send him to prison.
That would have sucked.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like.
Yeah, I think that was a good choice, but yeah, it is kind of weird that they charged him at all.
Yeah.
I'm assuming just because they could prove he took that money knowing that the story that they used was false to begin with.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I get it. It's not like, listen, it's not like he didn't do anything wrong, but I just feel like if I was a judge in that one, I'd be like, nah.
like, we're not even gonna, like,
This
we're not even gonna bring charges on this dude.
Not even. But again,
Yeah.
it's good that he wound up at least getting access to some type of help. Hopefully, I don't know. He said this is brand new, so
I mean, he's still in this recovery program at this time right now.
that's kind of I almost feel bad now. Like I'm feeling like this is so new. It's like this, like we're just talking about this guy.
That's why I told you I felt kind of weird covering this because it is so new. Like this lady just got her sentence last month.
We're here like judging this guy on this like podcast thing, and it's like he's literally just got like sent like the homeless person. The other people who were like ringleaders behind the scam, I don't give a shit. Y'all suck.
They
y'all
deserve
can
it.
suck it.
And
I don't care at all. But the homeless guy who I feel like he's more or less mostly a victim in this.
I think so too. I definitely think so, and I hope he gets help. I hope you know, he's getting the help he needs and he's accepting of that help.
I hope so too. But now that this is so new, I feel like we're being patronizing or whatever. It's just saying that.
I don't think that's patronizing.
I hope he gets the help he needs.
Look, I don't think that's patronizing. I think that's like
it's
real.
True. It is real.
Because
but like, what
that
if it was
addiction
you?
could like ruin your life.
Of course. But what if it was you? Would you want me like to hear these randos being like, I hope Ashley gets the help that she needs? Like, you'd be like, bitch, you don't even know me. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
It's better than them being like, she deserved to go to prison.
True, we could have taken a worse angle.
Yeah.
I hear you.
He was just as guilty as they were.
Definitely.
Look, addiction is crazy, and it makes you do crazy things. And like I said, I mean, he was a Marine, so there's probably some mental aspects to it, because it seems like a lot of people in the military come out with some PTSD that if you don't get it taken care of can
maybe so,
lead to a lot of stuff, you know.
Sure.
So I don't know. It is weird. It's weird it being so new. This is the newest case we've covered.
Oh yeah. So it's easier when it's like in the 70s or 80s.
I know, it's like very removed.
People are probably dead.
I am happy that this case has been like in court, has been adjudicated, because I would feel so weird if like people hadn't been convicted of this and we're just talking about it like during a court case.
I feel like that'd be fun too, because it'd be fun to speculate.
It would, but we'd have to have a lot of allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Ain't nobody listen to us.
Maybe one day. You never know. People could love us one day.
Maybe.
It could happen.
It could happen.
Nah. We'll be okay.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
But yeah, I don't know, thought that was like a pretty fun, like lighthearted case.
Yeah, I liked it.
Not too serious.
Yeah,
so
I liked the nice break.
I'm probably gonna like throw like, you know, we'll still do the murdery ones and kind of the awful ones, but I think it'll be fun to throw some like scams, some fraudsters and stuff. And like, if you have any like criminal couple cases that you're just dying to hear about, please you can email us 2DeathPod@gmail.com.
That works. Should we set up a Discord or something? Where people could just talk to us?
Yeah, I guess we could set up a Discord.
Yeah, we could do something like that.
Or you can just like comment on one of our videos and we'll see it. Just be like, hey, I'd really like to see you guys do this case, or maybe look into this case. It's pretty interesting.
Oh yeah, if there's a comment feature on wherever the hell you're listening to it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
YouTube.
There is on YouTube. I don't know about Spotify and stuff like that. I don't think so. So yeah, just like put it on YouTube, or I said, we have the Gmail.
We have Gmail. We'll set up a Discord or something at some point.
Yeah. So yeah, we'd love to hear from you guys. But all right, well.
That was the GoFundMe Fraudsters.
Yep, another one down. So we'll be coming at you hopefully in about a week.
Yep.
Trying to get one of these every week. So,
yeah.
All right.
I think that's a good schedule.
I think so too. I think that's pretty appropriate.
Yes, it is quite appropriate.
All right, guys. I don't know how to end these.
I think you just say bye.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.